710 ESPN Seattle presents Brock and Salk's Wrap Up.
Powered by the law offices of Heidi Hunt.
Is there a Pro Bowl quarterback sitting out there that could end up being a Seahawk sooner rather than later? Mike Florio joined the show this morning, talked about Carson Palmer not signing any retirement papers, and will he be willing to push the envelope in Cincinnati? Will he be willing to shift the leverage in Cincinnati, show up to work and say, okay, I'm here and you're going to pay me all $11.5 million and guarantee my salary, which he may have the opportunity to do in about 10 days or so. And if he does that, will Mike Brown ultimately cut him, trade him, get rid of him, or continue to be the stubborn old fella he's been there in Cincinnati? Then the question becomes, you as a Seattle fan, this organization, Pete Carroll, is it time to pull the trigger and make that move on Carson Palmer? So there's a lot of what ifs. There's a lot of things that still must transpire. Carson Palmer to this day has still not filed his official retirement papers, and like Mike Florio said, may be willing to get in there at the very 11th hour and force Cincinnati's hand. If he does, I do get on that phone if I'm Seattle. After seeing what we have seen this preseason, and it's nothing against Tavares Jackson, he's had very little opportunity. But I think any professional team and organization can benefit from having a franchise Pro Bowl caliber quarterback, and Carson Palmer is that. I would get on that phone. I would make sure in talking to his agent that we can restructure the deal, because right now it's way too cost prohibitive, much like you've restructured Marcus Trufant and Aaron Curry and tried to do Lofa Tatupu. I would hope you could restructure Carson's contract and make it more favorable. Secondly, I'm not giving up a high draft pick for Carson Palmer. Would I be willing to give up a 4th, 5th, 6th rounder to bring him in here? I think I would. Now, in the short term, I don't think it's going to be huge gain for the organization. This line is a mess. There's protection issues, there's run game issues, and maybe Tavares plays a little bit and gets beat up, and then ultimately Carson comes in. But over the long term, with a restructured contract, drafting that next quarterback, having Carson Palmer in place to stabilize that huddle, stabilize the system, run it efficiently, and then eventually be the bridge to your next future young franchise quarterback, well, I think over the long term, Carson Palmer can make some sense.